Hi everyone. Today's topic is febrile seizures. Let us discuss and also answer a few important questions that have been asked by the parents about febrile seizures. I am Dr. Srikanth, Senior Consultant Pediatrician, Yashoda Hospitals, Secunderabad. So the first question is, what is a febrile seizure? So a febrile seizure is typically a fever-triggered seizure that usually comes between 6 months to 6 years of age, and the child typically presents with loss of consciousness, uprolling of eyeballs, and also clenching of teeth, and also movements of the hands and limbs. So this typically happens when the fever in the child increases more than 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, and also typically the child also will have some kind of family history of febrile seizures. The next question, so why does my child develop a febrile convulsion? It is because of abnormal increase in the electrical activity in the neurons in the brain. So this happens due to the fever spike threshold potential, which is normally attained because of increased temperatures where the normal milieu of the electrical activity is disturbed. The next question is, if my elder daughter also had a similar convulsion following fever when she was 3 years old, does it mean that it's a genetic problem? Usually, the febrile convulsions, genetic problems have not yet been thoroughly studied, but there is some kind of interaction between the mother's genes as well as the child's genes. So usually there is some sibling in the family who might be having a febrile convulsion, and the incidence is usually 2 to 3%. The next question is, what should I do if my child develops a fever next time, and are there any precautions that I need to take? Yes, once the child has a fever, 3 things are very important. One is you just have to put a cold cloth on your child's head. That is to control the temperature. Next is paracetamol should be administered at a dose of 15 milligram per kg body weight as a syrup or drops based on the age. The other is you have ultra-short acting anticonvulsants like clobazam that can sometimes control fever-triggered seizures. So these 3 precautions have to be taken. The most important is once there is a rise of temperature of more than 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, paracetamol has to be administered. The next question is, what should I do when my child develops convulsions? So before there was a myth that keeping metal objects into the hand sometimes control convulsions, but this is not going to work. And in fact, any metal object sometimes can be sharp and it may cause trauma to the child because already his hands are clenched. So what you can do is immediately to prevent aspiration, the child has to be rolled over to the side. It's called lateral position. So the head should not be in an aspiration position. And next, immediately you can wait for 3 to 5 minutes because the inhibitory neurotransmitters are already being produced in the body. So if the seizure does not get controlled within 3 to 5 minutes, then what you can do is just administer an ultra-short acting anticonvulsant like midazolam into the nose. Just one spray this side and one spray this side, and then wait for the seizure to subside. And then immediately once the seizure is subsided, take him to a healthcare. The next question is, do I need to get a magnetic resonance imaging, that is an MRI, or an electroencephalogram, that's an EEG, done for my child? For a simple febrile seizure, that is typically which is between 6 months to 6 years and which is lasting for less than 10 minutes, that comes within 1 day of fever, and there is not much significant family history of seizures, and this is the first episode, it is really not required. You don't need to do any kind of imaging. The next question is, what is the risk that my child will develop another febrile seizure? So roughly 40% of children, this is the only problem in this particular disease, that it will recur. So there's a 40% chance of the child to develop another seizure when the child has already developed a seizure. So the recurrence rates are quite high. So you have to be very, very on point. So once the child gets fever, automatically the child can get a seizure. So your prompt action is very, very important. The next question is, my 4-year-old child has multiple episodes of febrile convulsions in the past 2 years. Do I need to start any anticonvulsant medications? So this is very important. So if the child had multiple episodes, even if they last for less than 10 minutes, and if the child is regaining consciousness after that, and if the family history of epilepsy is not there in the family, and if the child has a normal school life, then there is no need to do any kind of thing at this point of time. But if it is not coming, for example, the child had developed a febrile status that is more than 30 minutes, and if the child had multiple issues, or if the child is repeatedly getting the attacks, then further evaluation has to be done. The next question is, what is the risk of epilepsy if my child had a febrile convulsion? So basically it is the same as a general population, which is equal to 1%. So there is no increased risk of the child developing epilepsy even if the child has multiple febrile episodes. And the last question is, my child has multiple episodes of febrile convulsions, will it affect his school performance? So febrile convulsions do not affect intelligence. So the child's school performance will be the same. So unless the child has epilepsy or he has developed into an epileptic and he has significant loss of school days, then yes, but otherwise a febrile convulsion does not affect intelligence. Thank you.